locked up a while. But you go back and tell what I said. And then it said, Jesus' word must have been a comforting assurance to John, who was put to death not long afterward. This man died for Jesus. But Jesus took time to send a word back for comfort. And here we go. This is a pattern for us. They said the miracles of Jesus was his ID, that he was someone special. Let me break that down. What they were saying was how Jesus lived and what he did. That's how people identify Jesus. Let me break it down on the low side, on our side. The way we live, the things we do, the things we say. That's our ID. If you're a hell raiser, you're going to be labeled. Okay. If you're a thief and a liar, you're going to be that your ID. If you stingy, oftentimes, you're going to be labeled stingy. That's your ID. If you're going to be what you call it, creeper, and you married, you're going to be labeled as a creeper. They said that the miracles of Jesus was his ID. Your lifestyle prints your ID. If you're a Christian man or a Christian woman, that's how people going to look at you. They're going to say, look at that Christian sister. That's the kind of sister I want to be with. Or if you're a Christian man, sister's going to say, look at that Christian man. That's how I want to be. Because what you do in life is your ID. And then it said, any number of people could have made the claims he did. But the miracles forced the issue of his authority. And that's going to be important a little later. I'm going to get to it quickly. They said it forced the issue of his authority. In other words, there were some people questioning Jesus' authority. Because Jesus was making some big claims. He said, I can raise the dead. I can heal the lepers. I can make the deaf hear. That's some big stuff. So people begin to question his authority. And then it said, when I was studying, it said they wanted us to look back across history. The miracles of Jesus, as well as other supernatural, biblical phenomena require processing. Because they said, well, listen, I want you to listen to me, but this is what they were saying in my study book. They said that some people believe they actually literally took place. And the story provides fuel for the faith. Others who dispute the deity of Jesus must also view his miracles as more mythology than truth. But either way you look at them, the miracles mark some pretty good stories. In other words, what they were saying, now this is what I was studying this morning. They saying that everybody don't believe the stories that we hear about Jesus. They say some people think they are myths. But let me correct all that this morning. And Jesus, he's the true and living God. Amen. If it's in the Bible, it's true. Me and Larry, we prayed this morning. I said the Bible is inerrant, which means there are no errors in the Bible. They were saying that there are some people who don't believe in Jesus. But you know, here's the funny thing about that. I've noticed people, even the atheists, that don't believe in God. People that don't go to church. But you ever notice when it gets really bad, everybody usually say, oh Lord, I've got some friends who never go to church, never open their Bible, myself. Oh, Lord. So I have to believe that everything I read about God's miracles is real. Yeah. Now let me just go ahead and outline Matthew 11, and I'll be out your hand. It said, we have reached a turning point in the ministry of Christ as presented by Matthew. The revelation of the King is now complete. And that's chapters 1 through 10. But now we're in chapter 11. It said, rebellion against the king to begin to appear. Chapter 11 through 13. What it's saying that those people back in the day, they just like us. They rebellious. Because we rebel against Jesus, his teachings in the Bible. So we are no different than they were. So don't feel special. Because just like we rebellious, they were rebellious. It says in this section, the Jews rebelled against every revelation Christ gave of himself. Then it said the result, of course, is that Jesus turned from the nation and looked towards the cross. What began as rebellion will later become open rejection. And I just want to stop there for a few seconds because I want to bring it back to today. I look at the world today, and they're just open rejection to Christ's rules. I look at people, the things that some people do, we used to try to hide. But today, people ain't trying to hide nothing. Back in the day, there was something that you would never, we know what was going on when we were hiding. But today, people don't care what they do. Sinning don't mean nothing. They're not trying, it's open rebellion against Jesus. And I thought that, I said, well, you know what? This ain't nothing new. And the same goes, there's nothing new under the sun. Just like they rebelled against Jesus back then, we rebel against Jesus today. Anything and everything is open season. You feel, if it feels good to you, do it. If it looks good to you, take it. If you want to do it, do what you want to do. It's your thing. Do what you want to do, to some extent. But let me go. It says that they became rebellious and openly rejected Jesus Christ. They weren't trying to hide. But let me give you these two explanations, and I'm through. It says, explanation concerning John the Baptist. Verse 1 through 3, it says the request. It says, and it came to pass, when Jesus had made an end of commanding his 12 disciples, he departed thence to teach and to preach in their city. That's verse 1. Now when John had heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples and said unto him, art thou he that should come, or do we look